MP are now confirming that an arrest has been made in New Brunswick. Peter, what can you tell us?
Well, there's more life on the streets of New Brunswick. Moncton this morning early. We're into the 1 o'clock hour to 2 o'clock hour. Really, than I've seen in the last 30 hours, that people here are celebrating, honking their horns, hugging each other, coming out to just be a part of this moment. It's as if a great weight has been lifted off their shoulders. This city shut down in a way I've never seen a city do before in a situation like this. No buses on the street, no kids going to school, people weren't leaving their houses, police asking for patience, asking for people to be safe and stay in their homes, and that's exactly what they did until this situation has finally come to an end with the apprehension of the suspect who killed 3 RCMP officers and injured 2 others.
And we have the update of one of the victims. We can confirm is Constable Dave Ross. I think we have a photograph of Constable Ross. He was a police dog handler. He leaves behind his wife, who is 6 months pregnant, and their 1.5-year-old son. So that is confirmation on one of the 3 RCMP officers shot dead last night in Moncton. And, you know, Peter, it's interesting. We were hearing some people in the community today talking about the fact that when it comes to police, there's really only 3 degrees of separation in Moncton. Somebody inevitably has a family member or a friend who is in the force. Give me a sense, if you can, on just how tight-knit that community is and what a sense of loss this has been. Also for the police force, who had to continue on with this massive manhunt.
Well, that's right. I mean, it was really something that sent chills down your spine when you saw it. These men and women, the RCMP, who are part of this detachment, who just lost 3 members, they are out here. They were out here for hour after hour, making sure the perimeter was safe, doing the searches home by home. And there were moments when people from the community came up to them, they shook their hand, they thanked them for their service, they gave them a hug if they would allow them, because they were very much on guard, and they thanked them. And really, that's what showed what was going on in this community. It is a very small community, and you know, you were in Mayerthorpe, I was there as well, and just seeing the way a community rallies around their police force, the same type of thing really is happening here. People wanting to thank these officers for their service and tell them that they aren't alone, and they will be there to support them through the loss of their colleagues. There was some positive news that one of the 2 injured officers earlier today, he was released from hospital. We understood that both of the officers that were injured had surgery. One of them, we're told, was released from hospital and is doing quite well.
That is very good news. And again, the tweet from the RCMP New Brunswick: Justin Bourque arrested by RCMP at 12:10 Atlantic time. He is in police custody. Residents of North Moncton can now leave their homes. And honestly, Peter, it is a rare day when a city in this country is in this kind of lockdown. And as you say, schools closed and hospitals, elective surgeries canceled, this sort of thing. What kind of manpower was on this manhunt today?
Well, there were hundreds of police officers, and obviously the detachment here isn't that big, and so they brought in RCMP members from right across this province. Members dropped what they were doing so they could be here to be part of this, to support their colleagues, to support their friends, their brothers and sisters, and so they came here. They came in with armored vehicles. They came. They had helicopters in the skies. They had K9 units. Everything they could do, they did. And they had a show of force that I haven't seen in a city in a very, very very long time. They made sure that every single inch of this area was covered, and that's where we were there last night near the Moncton Coliseum. That's near where the suspect was arrested earlier tonight, and that's exactly where they were putting the pressure down in this community, trying to keep that perimeter up, make sure he wasn't moving outside of it, keep him bottled up in there, and they knew that eventually they could squeeze him out.
Peter, thank you for this.